Hi, this is Dr. Jim Fazone. I'm here with Gary Mattia, and you are in the principal's office.
Hello, Mercer County Technical Schools, and welcome again to the principal's office. I'm Dr. Jim Fazone, principal of the SciPEC Center. With me are Gary Mattia, principal of the Asapink Center, and of course, our director, and he is in the studio, Nick Sikowski. Gary, I guess we had a few questions on the AB schedule. I just want to update our listeners that the AB calendar is available. The AB day calendar is available on our website. But just for a quick rundown, Mondays and Wednesdays are A days, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are B days. And for Fridays, we alternate weekly from A to B. Does that sound right, Gary? Does that
sound right?
Clarify?
That does sound right, and I believe from talking to Nick, we have placed that information on the calendar. So if you're a little confused or you can't remember, it's right there for you to take a look at.
Okay.
So today is Wednesday, and we started school today, so that would be an A day.
Right, an A day, and I hear things are going pretty good from my perspective. What do you think?
I think things are going pretty good. We have a few kinks to work out with maybe a computer that didn't work, or someone who still hadn't got the information to get, to get online. But for the most part, I'm happy to say that things seem to be progressing nicely for our first day. And, we have to give our shout outs to our teachers and our students because they've been doing a really excellent job setting all this up.
Yeah, and I think the only difference, really, when we have our virtual teaching in a normal classroom setting, the teacher is in front of the room and the students are in their seats in the class. Here, with the virtual, the teacher is in front of their computer, which in some cases will be in the room because some teachers are going to be using the equipment for demonstrations. So the teacher's in front of the classroom, and instead of the student being in a seat in the classroom, they're in a seat in their house, and all of that teaching gets transmitted over the internet to the student, and then the student responds back. So the teaching and learning is taking place instead of teacher in front of the classroom and student in the seat in the class, it's teacher in front of their computer and student in front of their computer in their house. So, and that may be simplifying it. I don't want to say glorifying it, but certainly simplifies it. But really, that's what we're dealing with. And with all the technological bells and whistles we have with Google Meet and Google Classroom, just seems like there's and we're learning as we go, but the teachers are quite proficient at it, and the students are always proficient when it comes to technology.
Yeah, and I know we've been following the bell schedule that we've always used if you were on campus.
Correct.
You have that bell schedule that tells you how long your class is, when it's over, when you go to your next class. So we're utilizing the same bell schedules we did last year. We're utilizing them this year, and I believe they were posted out as well.
When I was a kid, if this had happened when I was in high school, it would have, I don't know what we would have done, because the only place we would see items, with videos would be on like Star Trek or maybe Fireball XL5 or one of those science fiction shows. But now, we have all those things to our advantage right now.
Yeah, and just a reminder to everybody, again, on September 10th, which is next Thursday, we're going to have a curbside book pickup, but only if your teacher has books for you to pick up. So we're not saying everybody show up Thursday, September 10th. We're going to send out information and say, hey, the following people have to show up who have these teachers, so that it won't be everyone. So keep your ears and eyes open for that. And that will be occurring between 8 and 2 on Thursday. Curbside pickup, and then you'll come up, you'll pick up your book, you'll sign off on a sheet of paper, and you'll have your textbook. Many of the classes are starting to find textbooks that are online, which makes life a lot easier. And we're in the process of looking something up, I think in chemistry and a few other classes. And once we get that up and ready to go, we'll give you that information too.
Yeah, it seems like we're using the technology more and more each day for more and more reasons. I guess necessity still is the mother of invention, and using those inventions, this technology that we have. Anything else we need to tell the folks? We want them to know that we're going to be in the principal's office every Tuesday. They can email the show. Nick, do you want to tell them how they can email the the show, they can always email Gary Mattia and myself, but there's a way to send information into the show. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Dr. Fazone. In the description below the YouTube video, there will be a Google form to fill out. Also, I want to make a change that we are going to post on Thursdays, not on Tuesdays. All right?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, that's and you heard it direct from our program director, so he's in charge. So we're going to be on Thursdays from now on, and that'll give us a chance to explain some of the things that took place during the week. I think.
Yeah, give us a little more things to talk about.
Right, exactly.
And another reminder, gentlemen. Remember, Monday is Labor Day, September 7th. We are off. You have your first day off already.
Okay, so be careful when you're cooking those hot dogs and hamburgers.
Exactly.
Out there on the
And
patio.
there's no need to sign up for any classes because everybody will be off.
No, you may want to go fishing. You may want to play golf. you certainly want to have a barbecue. So that's the curriculum for that day.
Exactly.
Anything else, or we're going to wrap it up?
I think we're going to wrap it up. You know, it's things have just started today. I think we'll have more information for you next week, and we'll certainly have some more IDs. And remember, if you have questions, you can send them into us too, and we can respond to your questions. And it's always a pleasure. You know, Dr. Frazone and I really enjoy doing this. So we'll look forward to seeing you next week. And Nick, as always, thank you very much.
So thank you, folks, for viewing our show. We're going to see you next Thursday. So once again, for Nick Sikowski, for Gary Mattia, and myself, Dr. Jim Fazone, we will see you next week in the principal's office. Have a great holiday weekend and work hard the next 2 days of school.